Hey y'all, today is Monday, March 28th, 2022, and today I am coming with a Monday motivation video. And for this Monday motivation video, this is the last Monday in the month of March. I got a little tongue-tied, but this is the last Monday in the month of March, and we just started out the spring season. And so one of the things that I want to focus on today, with the coming of the time, or with the time frame that we're in, is, we need to let go of certain things. Being that this is a new month, the new season, we need new thoughts to spring up. So that means certain thought patterns have to be released. And what I want to talk about today that we need to release is worrying about our stability, worrying about our finances. Having a stressed out mind, or being anxious and being worried about not being able to handle and manage our finances. Especially when you believe in a higher power, when you believe in God, the source creator of all that exists around you, who created the birds and provides food for them every day, and they don't have to ask for a thing. You need to release worrying. And when it comes to feeling like you can't manage your bills or your stability, like you can't pay, you don't see how you're going to pay this car note, or you don't know how you're going to pay this car insurance, or you don't know how you're going to pay the light bill for the month, and you start worrying, and you start investing your time and thinking about losing it all. The lights getting cut off, the water getting cut off, losing the car, and you start focusing so much, and we know those consequences are there. If you don't get paid, of course we know that it can get taken away from us. But there are times when we need to focus on our spiritual help that comes from above, and having faith and not worrying about these negative outcomes, and not focusing so much on, man, I gotta get this money. We say that as a joke, and I'm not even trying to be too deep, but we do say that as a joke with the video going around when it was like, I need to figure out how to get this money, and you're sitting in this thought process of like, how am I gonna get this? What am I gonna do? And your mind is not relaxed. It's on your mind all day long. You're just sitting there and thinking. And those times are not bad. I am not deeming it as terrible. What I'm saying is, though, sometimes we focus too much on that. How are we going to get it? When if you trust and believe in a higher power, in the God force that created everything, that created you, you have to let it go and believe and trust that when you tell your problems to the Creator is going to fix and send a solution to your problem. But if you focus your energy more on what could happen and all the negativity, your mind isn't even quieted, or you can't even put enough faith and enough trust that things are going to be worked out. And there are times when God has to show you in a miraculous way that He got it, that He's in control. You just have to trust. And then there's plenty of times when you can go back and look at other times when you know you ain't had the money. Like, I can give out countless stories for me when I have had miracles to happen, when I needed bills to pay. And I shared a story like last year in November, but it was like an old story of one of my financial times. But like I said, I got a lot of stories I could share when God showed up for me dealing with finances. So in August of 2019, and I'm going to post a picture, and I think it was August 10th, 2019, we went to this gospel concert. And one of my favorite singers there was Leandria Johnson. If you don't know her, Google her, look her up. The girl can blow. She can sing. So I wanted to go see her so bad. And me and my husband were actually gifted. We met this man who was running the promotion for the concert. He knew our story, and he invited us as guests to this concert. Tickets paid for, front row seat. Okay, so that right there was like a shock. And he was like, we're gonna tell your story, and you're gonna be our guest on honor. So that right there was an honor for that feeling. I was just so grateful and thankful. But I did not know what was in store for me that night, what God had prepared for me and my family that night. So when the time came for the concert and the lady got on stage and she was telling our story, people began to weep and cry. And they got out of their seats and were just laying money all across the stage. And I just broke down in tears crying because I couldn't believe it. And by the end of the night, when they had given us an envelope and, we put all the money in there, I just could not believe how much I was given, me and my husband were given. And on top of that, Leandra Johnson, I got to, meet her personally, me and my children, and she gave money to us as well. I was just so overwhelmed that night, but it was one of those nights where I was reminded that I worried so much that I forgot the same creator that kept me in an accident was the same one that was going to keep me when I was struggling financially, but I still had a mentality to worry. Even though I had been shown the greatest proof that, my life is in someone else's hands, I still worried. I still was stressed out as if I didn't know. And like I said, I got countless stories, and I'm pretty sure you can dig back and think of all the times when you didn't know how this bill was going to get paid, or how you was going to handle this financial problem or situation, but then it happens. But every time financial struggle come up or financial challenge happens, we always resort back to worry and getting anxious and getting stressed out when we should know by now who is in charge and who has us. And there are times where you may lose things and you may not, be able to afford it. But in those times, those are learning lessons for whatever lesson needed to be learned at that time. But before you give into the thought of being worried and being stressed out, remember who your creator is. Remember who provides the life source for all things on this planet. If the birds don't have to get up and ask, they just go out and expect. My creator has provided some food for me, provided shelter, and made a way that I can have a home. They don't worry about those things, but we do. Even still in knowing that the creator got us, but we automatically worry. Release that today. And just know that you are going to be taken care of. You're going to be stable. You're going to be able to handle it. You're not going to lose that car. It's going to happen in some way. You just got to let the cards fall. Let it play out the way it play out. Once you give it to God, let it go. It's going to be given to you. Just don't focus so much time on thinking of the worst case scenarios or thinking about how people are going to look at you if you lose this. Because you place more energy into that and rather than trusting and believing things are going to be worked out for your good. So that's all I wanted to say to you all today. Keep the faith. Keep your head up high to the sky, to the creator, to the master. All right, y'all. Peace.